we go into set number 4. It is going to be another PvP. Jangbi versus Shy on Jade. So 2-1 for Khan. Shy. Alright. There we go. Looks like, wow, Shy is 8-8. He's 50% this season, but he's 2-4 in PvP. Not so good. I didn't actually notice what Jangbi was just now. But Jangbi, I do know, played a very nice PvP against Bisu last week. I think that was actually like the #1 game that Tupacalypse picked in the SPL write-up. Because, like, you know, they have the top 5 games of the week or whatever. I think that was like the #1 game, PvP. But yeah, it was a really cool PvP on Electric Circuit. You guys should all go check it out. Anyway, Jangbi, spoiler alert, did lose that game, so it's not ideal, but let's see what he can do here against Shy. Looks like we're going to be cross spawns. Jangbi will be the yellow Protoss in the top right. Shy, aka Sauce Cal, will be the red Protoss in the bottom left. We are going allied colors. So P1 versus P7. Sweet. Alright, so yeah, the last PvP we saw on this map, wasn't it like Perfect Man versus somebody? Where wait, it was like a CJ Protoss, wasn't it? Was it like KT versus CJ? No. It was Perfect Man versus somebody, and he like proxied 2 gateways and like a 3-gate goon all in and completely failed, so that wasn't very good. But anyway. Oh. I'm pretty sure that's Jangbi on the left. Is that like Brave on the right? Is that what that is? That guy's pretty sick at doing pencil drawings, but I just can't really recognize the players. I mean, what can I say? All Asians look alike. Trollolololo. Oh, apparently it was Snow. Okay, so it was against CJ then. Nice, nice. Man, you know, I think like casting Pro League has actually been slowly improving my memory. You know, it's like some people they you know, they do all these fancy, I don't know, memorization techniques to try and improve their memory. But like, man, casting ridiculous numbers of games of Pro League and trying to remember every game that's ever happened, that'll definitely get your memory going. So we are gonna see a core first here from Jangbi. No, sorry, from Shy. Whoops. Shy just gonna do this blindly as well. He hasn't probe scouted yet. Jangbi gone for a Zealot first, I believe, and a probe scout as well after gateway. So Jangbi playing it safe. And yes, that second pylon does indicate that he has gone for Zealot first. Presumably just going to go for Zealot, core Zealot. That is the safer way to play. That does make you safe against any kind of 2-gate Zealot shenanigans from your opponent, whereas going core first makes you vulnerable to that. But it's very uncommon though, especially at the pro level, to go 2-gate in a PvP. So I think going core first, especially on a 4-player map, is absolutely fine. The one thing it does mean though is that you don't have a Zealot to block the ramp against the probe scout, so I mean, as you can see here, even if Shy went for a probe scout now, which it looks like he won't, I think he's just going to scout with his Dragoon, but even if he went for the probe scout, he wouldn't be able to get into Jangbi's base, whereas Jangbi has free reign in Shy's base, at least until the first Dragoon comes out. Although with that core finished and the Dragoon on the way, looks like Jangbi's probe probably going to retreat. Although it looks like Jangbi did a fake. Okay, Jangbi moved his probe back towards the ramp as if he was running away, but actually he sent his probe to the bottom right of Shy's base, but Shy immediately sending his Dragoon to check there. Shy knows exactly what Jangbi was thinking. Look at this. Very, very cool, or very, very smart play from both players. Meanwhile, it is a second gateway. I don't know if the probe actually got close enough to see that. And I think that's a robo. Yes, indeed. So it's going to be 2 gateways and a robo, probably for observers, and then maybe reavers for Shy. Jangbi, on the other hand, already has his 2 gateways up. No sign of a robo just yet. Let's see what he decides to do. Identical supplies for both players. And looks like Dragoon scanning towards the top left. Probably going to poke over here to the top right, get shot by the Dragoon on the high ground, and then run away. And looks like it's going to be a 3-gate, I guess it's going to be 3-gate obs from Shy. That's interesting. Should be quite effective. Well, this is actually interesting. So, I mean, I have been saying how 3-gate obs is good on, like, flat maps especially. So, Electric Circuit, for example, I think 3-gate obs, absolutely great build as a, just like a go-to default build. On a reverse ramp map, I think it's good, but you have to be careful because as we saw, Jangbi do again. Yeah, actually, wait, was it? Yeah, it was Jangbi versus Jaehoon, actually, another great PvP we saw recently, where Jangbi actually did this 3-gate obs build, and Jaehoon did a 2-gate expand, and even though he was down on the gateway count, and obviously therefore the Dragoon count, just by positioning his units well on the wide ramp outside his natural, he was able to, or rather he just caused Jangbi to kind of not commit to an attack. So he was able to just kind of, yeah, just use the map to his advantage in that way. So I'm actually not sure if 3-gate obs is necessarily the best idea on this map after seeing that game and how Jangbi just kind of, you know, didn't make any big mistakes but couldn't really press his extra gate or his extra goon advantage. Wait, does that make sense? Yeah, he couldn't press his goon advantage, so he kind of just fell behind in the game. Anyway, Jangbi this time though has expanded. Looks like Jangbi actually, this game is in fact the complete reverse of what Jangbi versus Jaehoon is. This time Jangbi is the one who's gone for 2 gateways and an expansion, and Shy is the one who's gone for 3-gate obs. So I do think this situation favors Jangbi as long as he can play it as well as Jaehoon did. And there is the observer from Jangbi, probably going to follow that up with reavers. And interestingly, he's not trying to hold his wide ramp though. He's just holding this choke at his natural. I think this is a good position as well though. He's going to get a decent arc off. He has the AI pylon out front to tank some extra shots, so I think this is fine as well. Shy has an extra Zealot, but I think the Dragoon count is pretty even here, and Jangbi, of course, does have the shorter reinforcement route. He can even pull his probes out in an emergency. There's the support bay for Jangbi. Gonna get his Reaver out ASAPly. Might even get a shield battery to help defend if he feels he needs to. And it looks like Shy, on the other hand, has got his own Reavers out, and he is expanding as well, I believe. Yes, indeed, there it is. Looks like that was actually almost finished. Immediately taking a second gas, that's actually quite interesting. You don't necessarily need to get your gas as soon as possible in a PvP. So I'm actually curious why he thinks he needs that so quickly. I mean, as you can see, Jangbi, even though his expansion was up faster, he still hasn't gotten his second gas yet. What is he doing that he needs so much gas so quickly? Is he gonna like rush for Templar attack, or? I don't think you need that second gas that quickly. Okay, yeah, he is actually getting a Citadel, so maybe he is actually going for relatively quick Templar attack. But that's just very interesting. That's a little bit unusual. Jangbi's playing a much more standard style of PvP here. Of course, the Dragoons, obviously, you know, the Dragoons are, and the Reavers are really the only, and I guess Observers, but you don't make many of those, but those are the only things that really costing you gas. And Dragoons is not very gas heavy, and, you know, Gateways and Zealots are only minerals, so... Yeah, it's very interesting to see that. Anyway, there's the second gas just now being taken for Jangbi. He's gone up to 4 gateways in total, against the 3 gateways still of Shy. Now, Shy, okay, so Shy has gone for the faster archives. I mean, even though his expansion was a little bit slower, it wasn't by very much, and as the game goes on, that difference kind of just gradually goes away. You know, like, a 10 supply difference in the early game is much different from a 10 supply difference in the late game. In the late game, it's insignificant. And looks like, though, Jangbi, he's moved down his wide ramp here. There's a few units of Shy kind of on the south side there. Shy actually's got 2 observers here at Jangbi's natural. And it looks like Jangbi, yes, has actually gone for an attack here. He's pushing Shy's units back. He's going to get 1 Dragoon for free. It looks like he's going to get 1 Zealot and 1 Probe even as well. A second probe here. Wow, Shy has so many random units all over the place. But it looks like Jangbi is going to be really aggressive here, and this could be very good. Looks like Shy does have 1 Reaver of his own. He's got his Templar tech up. But you see, this is the thing. Jangbi actually decides to press his advantage now. His early expansion, his higher gateway count, and the fact that he wasn't investing in that additional tech. I mean, if Shy's Templar tech doesn't kick in, or if he's not able to use it here in this fight, I mean, he might actually just die before he's able to do anything with it. Looks like sending a couple of goons back into the main just to avoid, or just to fend off a Reaver harass. But Jangbi looks like he's going in the front. Now this choke is fairly narrow, so I don't know if he can necessarily break this. So 1 probe goes out just to see exactly what's going on here. He's just adding on emergency gateways. 3 extra gateways, a second Reaver coming out. I really don't think Jangbi can break this position, but I mean, even just holding that position that he has is going to be quite effective. He's kind of pseudo-containing. Well, no, I guess it's like an actual containing. He's basically containing Shy right now. And I guess he saw that dropship going out with an observer, but a DT is unloaded halfway and is going to sneak around here. It's like just sniping a random spotting pylon. It's like 1 observer is in the main base of Jangbi. It's going to be very useful. But will he notice the DT in time, or he's going to lose a few probes here first? DT's moving its way across. Jangbi's looking everywhere. He knows. I think he actually knows that there's a DT somewhere, or maybe he thinks he might have missed the shuttle, so going to look for that. But no, it looks like he does see the DT there, so now he's going to go and try and catch it with these Dragoons. Is there an observer with this army, though? I don't actually know. Oh, is he going to get it? Not quite. He really wants it. It is so annoying to have an enemy DT kind of just running around the map. Looks like DT just going to hide in the corner here. Meanwhile, Jangbi scouting out the main base of Shy, but you can see Shy already has some Templars out, and it looks like he is actually going to save those for Psionic Storm, not just going to make them into Archons, as we've been seeing quite a bit recently in PvP, going for those earlier Archons. Hopefully he's actually invested in the Storm upgrade, unlike a certain other Protoss player that we saw recently, Tyson. Excuse me, bit of a cough. And looks like DT is actually going to scout this 3rd base here of Jangbi. And I think, yeah, Jangbi knows it's there, so he's going to take that down. So Shy is not in a great position here. I mean, he's contained while Jangbi's taking a 3rd, and it looks like Jangbi very smartly actually pulling back here. He realizes he doesn't need to commit to this contain. I mean, he basically got exactly what he wanted. He got his 3rd base up, and Shy is not getting his 3rd, so he knows he's going to be ahead, you know, very quickly here, or he already is. The supplies are dead even. Now, he's also got his own Templar tech up. His Templars just spawned, though, so definitely more energy on the Templars of Shy. A couple more extra storms. Shy moves out of his base now, realizes that he can't actually leave his base. Looks like Jangbi tried to set up like a fancy gateway layout, almost like what Harangi does, but he actually messed up a little bit. I think those pylons should be 1 hex to the side so that there's a gap for Dragoons to get out of. Anyway, Shy now going to take his own 3rd here, and so far it's been a pretty passive game. I mean, looks like Shy moving up here once again, but I can't imagine he's going to try and break up this ramp. Like, I don't think there's any way for him to actually attack this. He might try and be cute and snipe some Templars or something with this Reaver. Oh, he does get a Templar, but he gets stormed as well. Takes some damage on the shuttle and Reaver and actually loses an Observer. That's actually quite crucial. Now it's going to be difficult for... He's going to have no vision up there. So I don't think he can do that anymore. We're going to send a couple of goons, a couple of units over here to harass the space, but Jangbi obviously going to deal with that quite easily. So, I mean, yeah, this is... I mean, it's not a very useful position for Shy either. He's not really containing Jangbi. Jangbi's just like letting him stay there. Jangbi could easily move out whenever he wants, I think. Although it looks like... Oh, maybe trying to get a good storm off here. You could get a good storm. A decent storm. Oh man, he might get 2 High Templars in that storm though. No, he gets 1 of the High Templars. And it looks like Jangbi, though, has had enough of this. He's moving out with a ton of speed lots here. Storms all over the Dragoons here. Both players getting monstrous storms off. The Reavers of Shy are doing a better job than Jangbi's Reavers. Jangbi's Reavers lagging a little bit behind, but it looks like it doesn't even matter. Jangbi with an overwhelming unit advantage coming in from the back even with the Zealots going to crush through Shy's army. Shy is looking in a lot of trouble here, and with that, so is Woongjin Stars. Jangbi, wow, just had that last wave of Zealots comes in, and suddenly Shy is in serious panic mode. He's transferring some probes over to his third, but I don't know if he can hold this attack. He's got mostly Zealots now, and Jangbi still has 2 Reavers. Zealots, if you didn't know, are not particularly good against Reavers. And here we go. Jangbi just going to press the issue here. The Reaver's going down. He's going to be careful not to get them stormed. Oh my god, 2 High Templar getting instantly sniped there. A good storm going off on the Reavers though. And it looks like Jangbi going to lose both his Reavers to Psionic Storm, but it doesn't even matter. Just plenty of Dragoons remaining and some Zealots. 127 supply against 72. Shy knows he has lost the game. Stars is getting taken out here. And I don't think Stars has any more matches. That's going to mean their fate is now in the hands of CJ Entis and Air Force Ace. If Ace can take out CJ in their match on Wednesday, then I think Stars will have a shot. Looks like the Con team, the Con bench is celebrating here. They know that they have secured their position in the playoffs. GG! And Jangbi with that grin, that Jangbi grin. Look at that. Running over to the bench. Samsung Con takes out Stars 3-1, and they will be going into the playoffs as the 2nd seed. Very well done by them. Stars now, unfortunately, are just going to have to twiddle their thumbs and hope. They might go and give Air Force Ace some tips on how to beat CJ or something. Maybe train with them a little bit. But well played, Con. Well played. You gave me a heart attack against Team 8, but they pulled through in the end. Woongjin Stars, stay strong. Alright, and that is all for Pro League today. Thank you all for watching. I will be casting more Pro League, of course, on Tuesday and Wednesday.